Alex, I was talking to Dave Calhoun yesterday of Boeing. He and I very much on the same page. We need to get people back on aeroplanes. One person that's also, I suspect, going to be echoing that sentiment is stepping down. The CEO of Southwest, Gary Kelly, announcing that he's going to step down next year. He's been running Southwest for more than 17 years. A lot of European low-cost carriers see him as the model, really. The company's executive VP of corporate services set to replace him. For more on this leadership transition, Brooke Sutherland, Bloomberg opinion columnist, joining us now. Brooke, was this expected? What does it mean?
I don't think it was expected, but, I think this is going to be a very orderly transition. Gary Kelly is going to step down next February. So, we've got a few more months of him in the top job, and then he's planning to remain executive chairman through at least 2026. And so, look, that's ample time for Wall Street to get comfortable with this transition. I think this should also be a lot less jarring than if the announcement was made this time last year. I mean, if you look at Southwest market, particularly in those domestic leisure spots, that's really come roaring back much faster than anybody had expected. The recovery is well underway there. And by the time he officially hands over the reins next February, I would think we would start to see business travel, international travel coming back. And so this really makes sense as the right time to set this orderly transition into motion.
Yeah, it's so striking, the difference there between, say, what we're seeing in Europe. So can you just walk me through kind of how Southwest is positioned to benefit from the reopening?
Sure. I mean, they're primarily still domestic. I mean, Kelly is credited with expanding Southwest significantly and pushing it into international markets. But, their real bread and butter is those domestic air travel markets. And that's really been a benefit to U.S. carriers that European airlines just have not had. I mean, the U.S. has been open, really, for months. I mean, there's not really strict border controls. No quarantine measures are still in place. And so we've really seen air traffic come roaring back there. Again, much faster than anybody anticipated, even as recently as March. Southwest plans to fly about 97% of its pre-pandemic capacity in July. It said that fares this summer should be comparable to 2019 rates. I mean, if you would ask an airline executive, at the start of the year, if this is the type of environment we would be looking at, I don't think that anybody, even the wildest optimist, would have said that this would be the case. But things are really starting to come back in the U.S., and then hopefully we start to see the business travel and international pickup as well.